If you have a business that has multiple locations, you do want to list each location separately so that it can come up in the location-based searches so that it can appear in the local pack for that particular city or town where it's located. You do not want to create separate accounts for each location though. It's best to create one business account and list multiple locations within that account. It makes it much easier to manage and there's no reason to have to manage multiple accounts. So once you've set up your main business account, you can go to the Google My Business Locations webpage, and here's where you will be able to list your locations. In your dashboard, you can also get to the screen by clicking on your settings icon, create a new page, and then at the bottom here it will say Managing Multiple Locations, use Google My Business Locations. And this will take you to the same screen. Otherwise, you can go to google.com/local/manage. And here it's going to list out all of the locations that you have. On the left-hand side, you'll have a menu icon, and this is where you'll be able to see all of the locations that you have. You'll see if there's any issues with any of the locations, and also add new ones. So if you're just adding a few locations, you can go down to add a location and it's going to walk you step by step just as you did initially for the first business location. It's going to ask you for all the details, the country, if you would like to assign a store code for each and every store, you can also do that. And you'll go through the same, entering the business name, the categories, the specific address and phone number. But make sure when you're doing this that if you are adding a location, make sure that each location you're adding has its own unique address and own unique phone number. Remember, we do not want any duplicate information. You can list the same website, and I would encourage you to list all of your locations on one domain. So many reasons. It's going to be a lot easier SEO wise. It's going to be a lot easier to manage. So there's a lot of benefits to doing it all on the same website. If you do choose to keep all of the locations under one domain, you can create a separate page for each location, but make sure that the content that you create for that page is unique. You don't want to have any duplicate content. You don't want it to be thin content. And on each page, you can list the specific NAP information, the name, address, and phone number of that location. If you would like to link to other locations, you can do so, but do not list the full NAP information on that page. So you can go through, you can enter all the information, and you can submit it at the bottom. Then when you return to your list, you're going to see the location here. If you have multiple locations, and this is typically 10 or more, you can also import locations here. If you click on import locations, you can download a template where you'll be able to insert all of the locations information, and then when you're ready, you can import the file here and it'll automatically do it for you. So that's a much easier way. Another thing on this menu I'd like to point out is the to-do list. This becomes helpful when you have more and more locations. You'll be able to click on it, and there's not a lot here right now. It says that I'm missing a store code, but I only have one location, had a need to add a store location. But here you'll see if there's duplicate information, you'll see if there's duplicate store codes, or if there is anything that is going to prevent you from ranking in the local pack for these locations. So this is going to give you just a to-do list of things that you want to pay attention to if you're managing multiple locations. But do pay attention to how you set up your own website and make sure that you are creating pages for each location there so that you can rank. Once you do that, you can treat each page like its own mini site. You want to build the backlinks to it, you want to get citations for that business, and do everything as you would for one business.